Welcome to the Local Web Dominator Control Panel. Today we're going to walk through your review acquisition system in the Reputation Management. So we're going to be walking through your reviews, your feedback, how you get those, what you do with them, and what your next steps are. So let's get started. If you jump into the Reports button, you will be able to see all of the emails that we are sending out on your behalf. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the email history. And it's going to automatically default to today's date, but you can change that to go back as far back as you'd like, or you can search out individual email types. So we can integrate with certain DMS systems. If we do that, when we first complete that integration, you will see a very large list of DMS email types going out, asking your past customers to tell you about their past experience. If we cannot integrate with your DMS, you can send us a full house file where we can send the same email to everyone who's done business with you in the past. Either way, there will be a large lump that you see go out in the beginning and a large amount of reviews that are coming in as well. So let's take a look at those. The first email to go out will say, thanks for being a Wolverine Harley-Davidson customer. In an effort to continuously improve our service, we're asking for feedback from all our loyal customers. Whether it's been a day or a year since your last visit, we appreciate your business and value your thoughts. So from there, we're asking them to describe their past experience to you by clicking two different links. We're going to be taking them to two different sites depending on which link they select here. If they choose Excellent, we're going to take them to your review site. If they choose I had a different experience, we're going to be taking them to your feedback page. So let's go ahead and go with the first. They chose Excellent. We're going to jump over to your review page. And through the integration, it will have all of this basic contact information, so it will pull over automatically. The information that we get from a data file that you may send us will also likely have a lot of this, so hopefully they won't have to fill out much. The department is not a required field, but it may help them narrow down the list of employees that they'd like to leave a review for. So if they know that they visited the service department, it will then sort through and give you a list of those service employees. So they can select 1, 2, 3 of them, or they can select none because it's not a required field either. So then they will choose a star rating, and most people will be coming through our review invitation emails. So they've already selected they had an excellent experience, so they will be leaving you 4- and 5-star reviews. There is a possibility that they can come here and choose a 1, 2, or 3-star review. You won't see this happen often if you see this happen at all, but what we have found is it just adds a little bit of validity to the great reviews that are already on your review site that are going to keep coming in on a frequent basis. So as they leave you a review, they can choose to submit that as themselves, or they can submit that anonymously. Now, you will be able to see who they are on your end of the control panel, but this just keeps them anonymous on the review site. So here they are agreeing to our terms of use, which will also match the terms of use for Google's reviews, which is where we ultimately want this review to be. So they can't work for you, they can't used to work for you, or even related to someone who does or used to work for you, or even a competitor. So if you see anything that looks fishy, you can send us a quick email or call us, and we can have that taken down for you. So when they submit great reviews, we want everyone to see those. So we're going to ask them to share that onto Google. So all they have to do is grab that review, copy it, and hit Share Review, where we put them right over to Google, where your review box pops open. All they have to do is paste. Now, I'm logged into my browser. If they're not logged in, they will see a Google login screen instead. If they don't have a Google account, they'll have to create one, then log in, then paste that review. So we know that there is a possibility that they could abandon ship about halfway through that process. They just don't have enough time right now. So we always follow up with a second email asking them to share that review on Google. And those are your review referral emails. And this is actually the highest point of conversion because there's a little bit of incentive mentioned in here. So they'll say, thanks for the review. Would you mind taking a minute to share that on Google? To say thank you for sharing your review, I'd like to give you a Wolverine Harley-Davidson $10 gift card. So there is a disclaimer here that makes this map approved, so you don't have to worry about that. But this is providing a little bit of what's in it for me that could ultimately make them go through, create that Google account, or sign into their Google account to paste that review. So this is why we're finding this is the highest point of conversion. But it's the same steps. All they have to do is highlight here, copy, click that, going right back over to Google where they can then paste their review. So those are the two different types of emails that we could potentially send your past customers. The first one's going to go out to everyone, asking them to tell you about their past experience. The second one is only going to go out to those who left you great reviews because we want them to share those great reviews over onto Google so everyone can see those. The second page that we could potentially take them to that we mentioned when we were looking at your initial email is your feedback page. So if they chose I had a different experience, we're going to be taking them to your feedback page instead of your review site. This is a private page that no one will be able to see what they type here but you. So it opens up a private line of communication between you and this customer. And this is going to primarily be those who are not happy, so those who didn't have a great experience. So we don't want that conversation to be all over the internet for everyone to see. They won't have to fill out much, just basic contact information here that will pull over from the data file or through your integration. But when they hit submit, it will go into your feedback button in the Local Web Dominator control panel. You will also get an email alert for that. So let's jump back over to your control panel where you can see what those look like on your end. So the feedback are definitely the priority. The reviews are people that are most likely to come back. Those are your raving fans. Next time they need or want something, they're coming to you. The people who are leaving you feedback are likely to go to your competitors, so we want you to be able to address any concerns that they have in a private way so that you can reactivate them and have them come back to you as well. So when you jump into your feedback button, you will see that you can respond to them on the left, and it will just send them a second email from you. It will also save your response in here, so if you need to come back in at any future date and see what you had sent over to them, it will save that in here. You can also come in here and save notes for this situation. So even if you don't respond in here, you can at least save notes. You can come back and look. Now, when you first get the feedback, it's important to respond as quickly as you can because we don't want them to think while you're looking into the situation that they're being ignored. So something quick and simple at first, maybe, I'm sorry this happened, I'll look into this for you. So that buys you that time to actually look into to look into that, but they don't actually think that, they responded and then no one was listening. So that we'll save that response in here. You can also use the print button to distribute that to different department managers. And if you decide that it would be just as easy, since this is a private conversation, to respond outside of the system through either a phone call or your personal inbox, you can use this drop-down on the right-hand side to mark it as in process, handled, or unresolvable. If you do respond within the system, it will automatically mark it as in process. Now you will also, more often than feedback, have lots of reviews coming in, and those they don't take priority over the feedback, but they do have some added benefit for providing off-site SEO when you respond to them through the system. So when you jump into the review button, You can reply to those just like you do on the left. And then if you respond with a link to your review site, it's just going to be one more backlink on your custom review site that we've built for you. So it's like one more vote of credibility for your website. Now, your review site's already packed full of backlinks to your inventory pages, to your home page, and things like that. But every time you get a review, when you have a moment, if you come in and respond with a link to your website, it's just one more backlink. So it's one more vote of credibility, and it's just helping your off-site SEO. So the feedback is definitely the priority. But when you get a chance, if you come in and respond to your reviews, you'll have some added off-site SEO. So if you want to update or add people to receive the email notifications for reviews and feedback, you can jump into your business information button. This is also where you can find a quick link to your review site, and you can update some basic contact information in here as well. This is also where you can save a signature when you jump in and respond to your reviews. If you don't want to type in the same thing every single time, if you don't want to link your website over every time you respond, you can come in here and save this and save yourself some time. But if you wanted to add more people to get the email notifications for reviews and feedback, just come down here into Dealer Contacts, hit the green plus button, type in their name, their email address, and select which of the two or both that you would like for them to get, and hit Save. So that is your review acquisition system, your reviews, your feedback, and how you get those, what you do with them, and what are your next steps from there. If you still have questions or if you need any assistance, you can call us at 770-692-1750, and you can hit extension 222 to go directly to the local Web Dominator department, or you can email us at lwdsupport@powersportsmarketing.com.